are three questions that I love to ask my students. I love to ask these questions because the answers give me a very interesting view of my students' culture. I'm going to share these three questions, and then I want to know, how would you answer these questions? Before we get started, if you're new here, hello, hello. I'm Jean. I'm an English teacher and content creator. If you learn something new today, please consider subscribing so you can continue to learn from me. If you are already subscribed, thank you and welcome back. Please consider sharing this video. It's the best way to support me for free. Okay, question number 1. How are baby names chosen in your culture? I love asking this question. I always learn something interesting. I mean, I learned something interesting from all of these questions, of course. Baby names in the United States are typically chosen in one of two ways. The first way is that the parents really like a particular name. The name sounds good. They like it. It's not necessarily special. It doesn't necessarily have a special meaning. They just like it. And usually, the mother has a lot of power when it comes to naming their babies. So, if the mom doesn't like a name, then likely the baby will not have that name. The other way is that the name comes from a person or place. It's common to give a baby a grandparent's name or the name of someone special. It could also be a place. It could also be the name of a character from a movie or book. Grandparent names are also commonly given to babies as the middle name. A lot of people in the United States have a first name, a last name, and a middle name. The middle name is usually only used on official documents or if you're in trouble. Not everyone has a middle name, though. And there are other ways people choose baby names in the United States. Those are just the two most popular ways. Question number 2. How do you tell someone how far away something is? Let me explain. When someone asks, "How far away is it?" do you give a distance in terms of miles or kilometers? Or do you give how much time it takes to get there? The thing is, in the United States, we usually tell people how much time it takes to get somewhere instead of giving a physical distance. I'll give you an example. Hey, let's go to that new bookstore I was telling you about. Sure. Where is it again? I don't remember. Next to the Walmart. It's only like 10 minutes from here. Perfect. Let's do it. It's so common to do this, in fact, that most people don't know how to think about physical distance. For example, if you say to me, it's 2 miles away, I have no idea what that means. We talk about distance in terms of time, specifically how much time it takes to drive there. So, when people want to know about the distance between here and South Florida, I don't say it's almost exactly 1,000 miles. Instead, I say it's about an 18-hour drive. Question number 3. What are typical meal times? You might be shocked how fun this conversation topic can be. I really enjoy talking about this with my Italian students because the typical meal times in Italy are completely different from the typical meal times in the United States. And when I talk to my Italian students about this, both of us are shocked about the other. In America, typical dinner time is between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Some cultures in the United States eat later. When I lived in South Florida, for example, it was more common for people to eat later around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. because that's common for Latinos. And there are a lot of Latinos in South Florida. But I think in general, typical dinner time is between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Not in Italy. And some countries and cultures have common snack times. In the United States, it might be common to have a snack in the afternoons, especially for children after school. But for other countries, it is a very serious thing to stop and have a small meal. Some countries don't care so much about breakfast. Breakfast can be super small, just coffee and some kind of bread. In America, breakfast is usually pretty important. I heard that in Germany, lunches are hot, but dinners are cold. It's the opposite typically in America. Usually, lunches are cold and dinners are hot. So it's not just the time you eat that's interesting. There are so many interesting things we can talk about related to food. So, those are 3 questions I love to ask my students. How are baby names chosen in your culture? How do you tell someone how far away something is? And what are typical meal times? Can you choose one of these questions and leave your answer in the comments? I would love to hear your answer. That's it for today. As always, thank you for being here, my friends. Until next time, bye.